double click this desk here. I'm in there. All right.
I'm in too.
Ah, here they come.
Okay.
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 Hey, it's Anakron here, and today Myth is attempting a 5-man pit trial. Now, I have sped this up because it is very long. We had quite a few deaths. I should say I had quite a few deaths. The party wiped twice, and I think we did fairly well for our first attempt. We learned a lot. We definitely need to have a little bit better composition, I think. I want to say we had 2 Dexers, we had a Tamer, and I think we had 2 Bards. And I think we could have used a little bit more DPS. So I think 1 Bard would have been sufficient, and either another Tamer or another Dexer. But it went fairly well, and I enjoyed it. I've played retail for a long time, and I got really bored with it. I was never a fan of Covetous. With the waves, I don't know. It didn't seem to be very fun or anything else. It just was monotonous. But this was wild. It really was. Different kind of spawns. It just kept getting more and more difficult. But, I don't know. It seemed different. And maybe after doing this a few times, I'll feel the same way. Another nice thing that I did notice, though, is while we were down in this one here, it looked like there were 6 or 8 different pit trial scenarios you could be put in. So I think that's random, and I think that also makes it a lot more interesting. And believe it or not, the loot wasn't bad. It really wasn't. I don't know. I had a lot of fun. We all had a lot of fun. To get into the pit trial, you have to have 10 pieces of survival gear. So I would definitely save those. I know a lot of people are selling them, and if you have no desire to do this, then yeah, you might as well. But if you want to do these, it's so much more worth it if you get your own. Our loot was okay, but nothing to write home about. And I don't know if it would have been worth it for us if we would have had to all pitch in to buy 10 of them. I don't think so. I know it would not have been for me. My loot was definitely not worth it. I want to say my character, and again, it's like using a distribution chest. It's actually pretty cool. Once you're done, it divides the loot up, and everybody gets a certain percentage, and then gets some random drops. Now, again, my random drops weren't very good, but another guy got a bronze link, and I can't remember the other one, but it was pretty good too. And we were like, whoa, you got the 2 best drops. But again, it's no different than a distribution chest. It is what it is. It's a roll of the dice, and I had a blast. And, next time it could be me on the receiving end of the really good loot. So it was definitely a ton of fun, but not worth probably buying the survival kits. But I mean, really, myself, I have looted, I want to say 3 or 4 just on my own. And our guild, whenever we went out on guild farm runs or whatever, they got kept by the guild so we could do these. So it wasn't hard to get at all. And it was a lot of fun. I saw some of the stats for some of these guys. One guy solo did up to level 14, which to me is amazing. 0 deaths. And there were some other ones that did really well, but that one really stood out. So I think that this is really good for the game. I don't know, if it's one of those things that will constantly be used after the newness wears off. It's really hard to say, but it is fun. and there's definitely things that can be tweaked as it goes. I'm sure that they have a lot of ideas and everything else in the works. It's really hard to say at this point because it just came out, but I think it's probably pretty easy to do. With that being said, if you would like to subscribe to my channel, please do it. I greatly appreciate it. And go ahead and press that like button, and then you want to press that notification button. And so I am going to let this wrap up. As always, thank you for your support, and thank you for watching.